Jofra, first 5-wicket haul in tests. Tell us how you feel.
Really, well, relieved to get off the field.
And about the bowling performance, I mean, must have been coming out nicely.
Yeah, it was. I think the conditions were a little bit bowler friendly as well, but you still got to bowl the ball, put it in the right areas to get the wickets.
And heading into the evening's play, did you really have the feeling that you needed to do something special to sort of drag the game back for England?
No, not really. Every team goes through a little, I won't say a patch, but they batted well in parts, and they allowed to bat well, but obviously we had to come back. But if I didn't do it, I think someone else would have, because that's the strength in our bowling, really.
Jofra, well done. Can you bowl even better than that, do you think?
It's hard to say, you know. Probably if situation provides itself, I guess so. You know, we had attacking field, so a lot of balls went for 2s and 3s. That wouldn't have if the field was a bit different. So I guess situation depending.
And have you surprised yourself, even yourself, with how well you've adapted to Test cricket in these last 2 games?
No, it's the same thing as playing for. Well, it's nice to play the Ashes in England. You know, it's grounds that you've played at already. It's grounds that you are familiar with the hill. Sussex has the same hill, so to me, it doesn't feel that I've done anything different.
Yeah, well, can you kind of imagine that this summer would have gone as well as it's gone for you? Every time we see you, you've achieved something more in the game that I know you feel confident of doing it, but feeling confident about doing it and actually doing it are 2 different things. So can you kind of reflect on just how you're putting in these performances after performances?
I guess these are the things that you really train for, you know. You train hard and you should be rewarded eventually in the game. I thought that we bowled well as a team as well at Lords, and when you keep bowling like that, you will get wickets, and luckily enough for us, it happened today, you know. I thought we were going to lose a day of cricket, just like Lords, but we were on the field long enough to actually force the first innings result.
And how much are you enjoying being almost like a cult hero, really? Is from the moment you took your sweater off, the crowd really responded to you, cheered you on, gave you a lot of support. How much do you enjoying that kind of status?
Well, the support is heartwarming, you know. Whenever I walk to my mark, everyone cheers, or like, if you get a wicket, it's that much more noise, and it's nice to feel like welcomed and, well, appreciated as well, you know.
Jofra, David Warner was just here and sort of compared you to sort of Dale Steyn and the way that you use the conditions early and then ramp it up a little bit. Yeah, how does that sit with you? And also, sort of, who are some of the fast bowlers in Test cricket that you grew up really admiring and looking up to?
I didn't really hear the first part, so could you say the first part again, please?
David Warner likened your spell to sort of Dale Steyn in the way that you used the conditions early and then ramped up the pace a little bit later on. And then also some of the quicks which you grew up really admiring.
Michael Holding, Curtly Ambrose, Joe Garner. Actually, Joe Garner went to my school, and he often comes back sometimes, but those are some of the names. As you said about the pace up and downing, this wasn't a wicket that you had to run in and bowl 90. It was a bit softer on the top, so it was swinging, it would nip as well. So as long as you put the ball in the right area, you should get wickets.
Just one more if I can. I think you got to the ground pretty close to the scheduled toss time. Is that natural, and how do you feel your mornings before you get here?
Well, actually, I was early, but there was a one-way street, so I ended up having to park in the car park behind the rugby field. But I'm pretty relaxed, you know. I don't need to bowl a lot of balls in warm-up. I actually don't think I need to bowl in warm-up at all. But just pretty relaxed. I bowl a few balls probably just before we go, and that's enough for me.
Simon, then we'll do Josh. So it was a conscious decision to peel your pace back a little bit on this type of wicket and not bowl any of those short balls?
Yeah, I bowled a few, obviously to let the batter know that they're still there, but as I said, you know, this wasn't a short ball wicket. It wasn't as hard as Lords, so you just get on the full knee roll length, and we did get results today.
And we'll finish with Lawrence and then Chris.
Well, a similar sort of question, really. Were you deliberately bowling a little bit within yourself? It was obviously a little bit slower in pace than at Lords, and was that deliberate to concentrate on line length accuracy?
Yeah, I don't need to run in and ball at 90 every spell to get wickets, and it's shown today, There will be times in test matches when you're going to just have to focus on hitting your length. There will be times to ramp it up as well. Well, pitch provided, conditions provided, but you don't have to go into it every single innings.
Because you tweeted that picture of the old fella getting off his chair the other day. I wondered if you were concerned about how tired you might feel or anything like that. It was just a joke.
Actually, it wasn't too stiff. I actually surprised myself. Yeah, I'm pulled up pretty okay, so I think I might have to delete that.
Chris, and then we'll finish with Lawrence. All right, Chris, go ahead.
I think Sam alluded to it earlier. David Warner came in here and compared you to Dale Steyn. He also name-checked Mitchell Johnson. I just wondered how you felt kind of being mentioned in the same breath as those guys.
Well, I didn't know. When he said it, I actually didn't know that it was actually a thing. But it's probably really nice, well, flattering, really. Actually, I think Dale tweeted a few years ago when I first started playing for Sussex as well. So it's nice that someone that's played so many test matches, taken so many wickets, would actually even think about me.